There we go. Apparently, it's interesting. I mean, I guess it's nice. It won't let me go live unless I edit the title. So, well, I got the shorter legs for my desk. So now I can use this chair. So it's gonna be a little comfier. The other one, man, like my tailbone would like go down. It's kind of crazy. All right, so today I planned on outlining some more specific content. So what I'm kind of going to do, so I think if I kind of just outline my SEO thesis as a whole, I think you should focus on main pillar pieces of content that are massive and useful and that are written to experts so that they can share to their audiences, etc. But when you're coming into a niche and you have very little exposure, very little knowledge of what's actually going on, what's actually valuable, it's really hard to write that content because you just don't know what's going on. And so, you can be a reasonable writer and you can at least like string words together and sound coherent, but the goal is to actually provide really good value. And so part of that is actually sitting down and learning the different components of what you're trying to write, and any complex piece of writing is going to have a lot of different sections and components that make it valuable. So as I was writing this piece of content.
Daddy,
Yeah, buddy?
Mommy needs you.
Okay.
Daddy, she really liked this bubble gum.
Okay.
It was closed.
Hey, buddy, you gotta go inside,
She
okay?
liked this bubble gum.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Alright, so as I was writing this piece of content, I definitely discovered things that I like, things that I know about, but I don't actually have concrete, not necessarily definitions, but just like, I would like to have written about them so that I can properly teach about them. So, things like, backtesting and obtaining historical data and trade commissions, slippage. There's another one. Oh yeah, walk forward optimization. These are all pieces of content that I can write that can be smaller pieces that aren't necessarily for generating SEO traffic, but it's more for helping me write valuable things. What's up?
Never mind.
What?
We just had a situation instead.
Oh no.
We got a poopy pants. But
Me?
yeah, never mind. It's fine, it's fine.
Daddy pooped her
Stay out.
pants.
Stay out. Daddy's working. Come on.
Daddy pooped her pants.
Okay, buddy.
Come on. She also got into all the coffee grinds, so there's coffee grinds and poop, and he,
Wow.
yeah.
All right. Sounds fun. Yeah, so I think that's kind of my plan, is to start small to build the kind of chunks of the content for the website, but then to increase the pillar content so that it eventually becomes the the SEO optimized post. Yeah, sounds like quite the situation. Yeah, my life walks in and there's always poop. That's basically, once you get past like 2 or 3 kids, parenting is basically just poop management. So yeah, and it always happens at the wrong time. It never happens when it's supposed to happen. So yeah. Somebody's paying attention. Trent's paying attention. All right, so yeah, so that's kind of what I'm gonna do. And so yeah, I kind of want to just start jamming on some of these smaller pieces of content. I think walk forward optimization is probably gonna be tough to do first because you kind of need like you kind of have to follow the steps of like doing quant trading, which is like first you have to get the data, like you have to get historical data. So maybe that's the first piece I write is like how to obtain historical data, so that you can then do a quantitative analysis on that data. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'll start with. What's so fascinating about all of this is like, coming into these live streams and just like doing this in general, like I didn't know exactly what I was going to be doing. I just started doing something. And now as I'm doing things, I can kind of figure out, oh, like I can't actually do this part until I do this part. So I have to kind of reorder what I'm thinking. Even though the ultimate goal is to have this quant trading post be ranking and doing very well, you can't really get to that point until you've actually studied out the topics and actually can write an authoritative piece of content. So, at least I have something here. It's kind of more of a placeholder for what I'm going to do, and I can continue building out the Quant Secrets website. And a lot of these smaller pieces of content too can be used in some sort of email funnel. So, I could do a 7-day quant trading basics like email funnel where people can sign up for that course, and that's a way that I can boost emails. I'm not sure. Let me look, see if this shows any emails publicly. It's gonna show you guys how many email subscribers the Quant Secrets has. So yeah, Quant Secrets has 450 active subscribers, which is pretty incredible. It's mostly from my Twitter audience that has driven that. It's obviously not through SEO or anything like that, but it's kind of cool just seeing how much interest there is. And even the Quant Secrets Twitter account, if I go to here, it's down here, 329 followers, and I haven't really posted anything there. So it's pretty cool to be a part of something that's just growing organically, and I don't really have to do a whole lot. And so I like this plan of writing some of this other content first. And what's also useful is like even in this big pillar piece of content, instead of just like saying, oh, you need to do walk forward optimization, this can now be an internal link to a piece of content that I've written on how to do walk forward analysis and optimization. So yeah, that's kind of the plan as far as content goes. And then as far as actually trading and actually learning how to develop algorithms, that's definitely something that I'm going to have to be exploring too. Though I have a little bit more of a, I don't know if you call it like a system, a process. Like, I mean, that's pretty obvious. Like, I need to, write the code to obtain the data. I need to write the code to develop kind of Monte Carlo style algorithms where you're testing different variations on simple trading algorithms, and then I need to write the code to test against the data I obtained, and then write the code to take those models and test them on live data, so not actually trading, but testing them on live data, and then take them from testing on live data to actually trading on live data. And so like that process is pretty tried and true. But writing this content is going to help me really understand more of what's going on. If I open up my content writing thing that I've been doing, like this section down here where I have quantitative trading strategies. This is something that I'll probably want to explore and write about before I start developing different algorithms, because I want to know at least some, at a certain point what works and what other people are doing, and some of the different methods that other people use. And then that can give me some ideas for the algorithms that I want to develop for trading. But having explored it and written about it, I can write about what are the advantages and disadvantages of these types of different strategies, and also I can kind of wrap my head around just automatic trading as a whole, and how all the different factors that you have to consider when you're analyzing against the data and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how the content drives the knowledge. So like the requirement to write the content is learning new knowledge, and that learning of new knowledge also allows me to then start building the skills of doing automatic quantitative trading. And so like that all kind of works together, and then it all, in the end of the day, works together to then build some sort of an audience where you are providing value to other people. You're providing the value that you're obtaining, you're providing to other people, and then you can benefit from that exchange, because other people will want to either pay for what you're providing, assuming it's working, and or pay for access to something, or for even just the information you have. If you write a book or you write a course, or whatever, that's the type of stuff that you can do once you've obtained the knowledge and put in the work to actually build the skills around that knowledge you've obtained. So yeah, so what I might start out doing is I'm going to start researching some different ways to obtain historical data, and I can do it for both crypto and and the U.S. markets. So I think that's probably what I'll start doing, and I should probably write this down. The funny thing is I probably already wrote this in the plan. All right, so I have goals, outcomes, make money, infrastructure, content, project content, to figure out how to balance writing and code, keyword research. All right, the plan. So I'm going to do like called a flywheel, and research. To develop fundamental understanding of the basics of quant as those pieces are being written, use the new knowledge to build skills and infrastructure to do quantitative trading. Use learnings from taking action and the combination of new knowledge to write authoritative call it like demonstrating system and learn skills to generate consistent profits in the market. Complete the circle, the flywheel, by publicizing results and selling access to your system. Sell access to your information. Selling access to you. How to learn new skills and build an audience at the same time. There we go. So like this kind of content-based flywheel, it would honestly work for anything. I mean, one of my favorite examples is like James Clear, who wrote Atomic Habits. And you know, he started by writing 2 articles a week for 4 years. And this content first approach of learning the knowledge and then writing about it in small ways allowed him to eventually write really good content. And then he's able to bake a lot of that smaller pieces of content into bigger pieces of content that you know, that basically leads to massive amounts of traffic. And then he took all of that traffic, baked it into his email newsletter, which is like the entire focus of his website. And actually, I think he just tweeted recently he had a million email subscribers. And then that is how he's able to sell his books, and he's able to sell he does speaking events, but I know he has a course too. He might not be doing that anymore though. Yeah, so you know, that's the perfect kind of combination. And so the other thing that I'll also need to do is I'll need to nurture the email list when new content arrives and educate them while I am learning. And this could be more like up here. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so that's really it. And so that's kind of what I'm going to start doing. I might actually kind of tweet that because I feel like that's something that I don't know, something that can be helpful to other people. You know, it's a work in public model of kind of growing your audience and learning new skills at the same time. Nice. Scraping B. 20K MRR. So, yeah. What am I going to do today? Let's see. We're only at 20 minutes in. Whenever I'm doing writing and just talking, it feels like the live stream takes forever. But if I'm doing code, it feels like it just goes by very, very quickly. Like yesterday, I was at like an hour and 15 minutes, and I didn't even realize I had gone over an hour, which is an indication of what actually comes a little bit more naturally to me and what I'm able to kind of get deep focus on. So that's why I like to code. It just it feels natural, and it just kind of, you can get in that flow state pretty quickly. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a blog page. And I am going to replicate my Closet Tools blog. So Closet Tools blog. So like, basically I'm just going to put in the code to generate this based on the posts that I've done. And I'll create this sidebar thing so that people can subscribe to the email list. And I have the code right here. Looks like I have to add some image. I guess I won't do an image yet. Description. Quant Secrets. I wonder if I should call it base or something like that. Yeah. Base. That. Force post, insight post. Layout is blog. Okay, so I have to add the layout, the blog layout from my aside.